it's going to be September 10th and 11th at Symphony Space, as Karen just said, which is 95th and Broadway on the Upper West Side. Tickets for the event are on sale this Saturday morning, East Coast time, 10 a.m., which is the 16th. And the first 50 tickets are going to be early bird, extra special, slightly cheaper tickets. So if you want to get those early bird tickets, you've got to be an early bird yourself and get up, set your alarm. And 10
Especially
a.m.
if you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, like Karen.
No, it's fine. I wake up early.
Yeah.
I'm always up.
And so those are the first 50 tickets, and we have a maximum for the whole event of 150 tickets. So I think they're going to sell out pretty quickly, judging by
our early bird tickets for this last round of eVocation sold out in 30 minutes. So
and
if
we had
you want to get,
and
we had 100 of those. We only have 50 of these because the attendance is quite limited, which is good news for everyone attending. One, for COVID reasons, and two, because you're going to get a lot more individual attention. You'll be able to connect with your friends a lot better because there'll be fewer people. It's not just like a huge conference. Those are amazing too, but ours is just a little bit smaller and more intimate. And so just be sure that if you want to get that $50 discount and get your early bird ticket, 10 a.m. this Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern this Saturday is when those tickets will go on sale.
And you can find the links for those tickets on our website. It's an Eventbrite ticket sale process. So if you're familiar with that, it's very easy. You just click the link on our website. I've updated the website just a few minutes ago, like half an hour ago. So it's got the links. They'll be active. You can actually go to the Eventbrite page right now and you can see some of the information, but you can't actually buy tickets yet. But use that link and sign up through Eventbrite. And it should be pretty straightforward for you. Did you want to talk about the COVID precautions before we go ahead? Because you did mention it just then.
We are following the COVID precautions that Symphony Space has in place, which are the COVID precautions, I think, of all venues in New York City, which is vaccine required. You must be fully vaccinated in order to attend. And masks are required in the building for everyone who is not on stage. So if you're on stage, you don't have to wear a mask. If you're in the audience, you do have to wear a mask. So hopefully for anyone who's a little bit hesitant about COVID, those are the precautions that are in place now. If it changes, we have to follow whatever Symphony Space lays out for us. That's the legal requirement. So whatever changes, we'll follow their protocols. But all performance venues in New York City are very COVID conscious, and so I assume that it will be very COVID conscious. We're good.
Yeah, and we're careful as well. We want everyone to have a good time and not to leave ill or anything like that. And we'll figure out a way of displaying people's comfort level of like handshakes and hugs and elbow taps and things like that. I know that people have used different colored stickers on their lanyards and stuff like that. Yeah,
we could do different colored lanyards.
So we'll do something like that. So
something like that. We're just spitballing here on this Facebook
figuring
Live.
It out.
Right.
Any suggestions? Like, this is just a work meeting for us.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So do we want to go through the structure?
Yes.
So it's going to be 2 full days at Symphony Space, pretty much 10 a.m. through to 6 a.m. each day, with a lunch break and a break in the afternoon, which leaves you free to do activities in the evening, which we're going to be talking about that a little bit later, actually.
Yes. And also the first year that we did it, people were saying, oh, I live in Philadelphia. I want to catch a train to be able to sleep at my house, things like that. So having the conference end at 6 p.m. instead of, we had an evening panel the last time we did it. We're not having that. It's just going to be 10 to 6. And then after 6, you can take a train and go home if you want, or there will be fun activities in the evening that you can be a part of. Yes.
Yeah, because we had a big break in the afternoon last time, right? So I think it ends up being about the same amount of content.
It is exactly the same amount of content, actually.
Squeezing it in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are 2 main rooms, should I say. 2 educational rooms. So there's the main room and there's the breakout smaller workshop room. And you have full access to the main room the entire weekend with panels and classes and presentations and all that fun stuff. Also included in your ticket, we're going to give everyone the opportunity to participate in 2 smaller breakout sessions of your choice. So the way that's going to work is that we learned from the first year, we had a sort of first come, first serve in person, which was a little difficult for everyone to get in the right place at the right time. So we're going to try and simplify that process and make it a bit more fair so that you sign up online in advance of the conference, and we're going to have a sign up process, really straightforward. We figured it out the other day, and we'll let you know when those are available, probably like in the week leading up to the event. You're going to know what the schedule is and which classes you want to sign up for if you want to. And then you have 2 options, and first come, first served on that. And it's like 30-ish people in those breakouts.
So just to recap, everyone gets access to the main room all weekend long, and every person included in your ticket price, not an extra session fee or anything like that, included in your ticket price, you get to choose up to 2 small workout rooms to be a part of, and you'll sign up for those in advance. So but if you don't want to sign up for any, that's fine too. You can stay in the main room all weekend.
Yeah. And those are good because, obviously they're a little more intimate, and you can get a bit more one-to-one with the expert and things like that. And we're really trying to make those as valuable as possible, those little breakouts as well.
We have some amazing people who are going to be in the breakout rooms. I'm sure their classes are going to be very, very popular. So definitely
people
sign up for those.
People that are not in New York that often as well. So that's a cool thing. So it'll all be done online. We'll give you plenty of notice. This is just an overview right now of the process, but we'll detail all this later. Also, I'll put all this information on our website. I did a big update earlier today, but over the next coming days, all of the stuff that we're talking about today is going to be on the website, vocationconference.com. Let me actually put that banner up so you can see it. There you go. And you can go there and find out any of this stuff. Lunch.
Everyone loved dinosaur barbecue in 2019. I am like about 90% sure we'll do dinosaur barbecue again because it was so delicious. Lunch will be in the park, weather permitting. So if for some reason it ends up being a very rainy weekend, then we have to have our rainy day protocol. But most likely we'll be in the same place, which is the Crabapple Glen in Riverside Park, for an hour-and-a-half lunch break together. We'll have like some frisbees and footballs and hula hoops and things for you to play around with. There are benches there. We'll also have picnic blankets, and we'll do lunch both days together in the park.
Yeah.
Which is like a block.
It's a short walk.
Two blocks from Symphony Space.
Yeah, bear in mind that it's uphill on the way back, so don't stuff yourself
on the way
too
back.
much.
It's true.
Okay, shall we talk about our sponsors? We're very, very happy to have our sponsors again this year, and our special title sponsor, JMC.
Yes, JMC Demos.
Yeah, we love JMC.
We do. Pretty great. And JMC is also going to be speaking this year at VOcation NYC, which is going to be very cool. So we're excited about that as well.
Yeah. All the lobsters in the local area better beware. He will be in the vicinity. Also, Studio Bricks. Studio Bricks are back as a sponsor. We love Studio Bricks.
Studio Bricks booth right now.
And
I've had 2 Studio Bricks booths now in my life. Because I had one in New York and one here when I moved to LA. I love it.
And I'm going to be joining the party as well because I'm buying a Studio Bricks. I'm buying the Studio Bricks that's going to be on stage at the event. And actually we're going to be talking about the schedule shortly, but the first session of the whole weekend is going to be what we accidentally did in 2019, which is we're going to erect the booth live on stage, and we're going to talk through the whole process, and Studio Bricks folks are going to join us, and they're going to walk through how you construct it, how they're made, and how easy it is to erect them, and how effective they are. And you can get a chance to try it out for yourself as well, because the Studio Bricks is going to be there all weekend. It's mine. I'm going to take it home and set it up in my house, and then I'll be like one of the cool kids in voiceover. Finally,
So don't mess
with
up the
Bricks.
booth when you go in it, because it's Jamie's.
Yes, please don't. Yeah,
you can like drop a business card in there, leave a note for Jamie on the floor so you can find it.
Roll up a little piece of paper and put it
Just
between the
put it in the-
squares. Yeah,
between the squares. Stick notes for Jamie. My Studio Bricks booth, I recently had to take it apart to put new carpet. We put our new carpet all over our whole upstairs, and I took it apart and put it back together. I would say like 90% by myself, and taking it apart took under 30 minutes. Putting it back up took a little over 30 minutes. I just needed a little bit of help with some of the bigger pieces. So Sean, my husband, helped me carry some of the bigger pieces, but that was it. Really easy. Great booth. Love it.
Yeah. And it's a great opportunity for people to, step in one and try one out, because it's not something that you can really do very easily these days,
That's true.
But yeah, please don't break it. Nava, also a sponsor of the conference. Do you want to talk about Nava real quick?
NAVA is the National Association of Voice Actors. I am the vice president of NAVA. Tim Friedlander is the president. The whole goal of NAVA is to basically take care of voice actors in all different ways, including scholarships. NAVA is sponsoring a scholarship to VOcation NYC. But we also provide other scholarships and sponsorships at conferences. We have educational resources. We have an emergency fund if anyone's in need of emergency funds. And then one very important thing that we're tackling this year is getting health insurance for voice actors, whether you're union and you don't qualify for the union health insurance, or you're non-union and you need health insurance. We are working literally every day to try and get a very good comprehensive health insurance program for voice actors. So Tim Friedlander's coming. He's teaching a session, and he's also going to be speaking a little bit about NAVA. And he and I actually have an info session coming up for everybody this coming Thursday, which I'll post links to in the group if anyone's interested in attending.
Great. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Lotus is going to be a big part of our conference again this year.
Lotus is always an amazing part of our conference. Jim is going to be on a panel with us this year, and we love Lotus as well. So great studio in New York City.
We are going to also, as all years that we've done this, we're going to have our swag bags. Karen doesn't have to mail them out this time.
We're going to get them in person.
You can hand them out.
You can hand them out.
Yeah. So we're going to have some fun stuff in there, especially from our sponsors and everything like that as well. And, usual bits and bobs, as well as merch. I think we're going to have some merch stuff as well too, right? We're going to have t-shirts and maybe, I don't know, drinks bottles or mugs or something, some fun stuff.
Something to buy, something fun.
We should talk about our volunteers.
Yes.
How do we pronounce that?
Our vocation volunteers. Volunteers.
Okay, yeah, we got 6 really superb people. We're very, very happy to have our volunteers this year. We did that in 2019, and we had a fantastic group. And 2 of them are back as speakers this year because their careers have just taken off. Yeah. So, you guys who are volunteers, prepare for your stratospheric rise after the conference.
It's true.
So I should list them: Bethany Kay, Elise Taff, Shaquana Bell, Isabella Flores, Steve Humphreys, and Rebecca Cisa are our volunteers this year. And they're going to be helping us organize the event, help with the speakers, help with you guys. If you need anything, they're going to be wearing t-shirts, so you're going to know who they are. Very, very clear who they are. And they're just going to help facilitate the conference to make it go as smoothly as it possibly can.
Yes.
I would like to talk a little bit about coming as an attendee, and if you may be maybe a little introverted, a little nervous, maybe you're new to the industry. I'm a little bit introverted myself, so when I go to these events, it can be a little bit daunting. So we wanted to figure out a way of, like, if you're at a loose end, or if you're not sure what to do for lunch or what to do in the evening time, we wanted to have a way of putting that out there, and at least, finding out what's going on so you can join up. So we're going to do the same thing as we've done in our previous years for the virtual conference, and have a specific attendees only Facebook group. It's the easiest way. We were trying to think about, how do we sort of communicate? How do we get people together? And I think it's such a buzzing event, such a buzzing location, and way to sort of like a town square almost, virtually, that you can go ahead and use that group to see what's going on, talk about, any follow-up questions, connect with the other attendees virtually as well as in person, and then carry that connection on once you leave the conference. We'll try and figure out some kind of maybe interactive activities while people are on stage, and you can run polls or something like that. So we're going to try and really help facilitate people to be welcomed into the community and be a part of it as comprehensively as possible. And if you are at the conference and you do feel at a loose end, or a little bit overwhelmed, or maybe a little lonely, which hopefully you shouldn't be, you can also go and speak to one of our volunteers, and we're going to sort of have a whole system of helping people to find their way through. So I know that's a thing. So that was an important thing that we wanted to highlight tonight.
We had in 2019, we had some people from Voice Actors of NYC who designated themselves as New York City ambassadors also, who could kind of help people navigate the subway and do all kinds of New York things too. I think we'll probably put a call out for anyone in Voice Actors of NYC who wants to get a little pin or something that says that they're an ambassador. They can.
New Yorkers love sharing their New York knowledge with
they do.
People not so
true.
illuminated.
It's true. It's good.
Okay, do you want to talk about, well, we're not going to talk about specific things, but we've got some ideas for what potentially people could do in the evening.
Yes. So Saturday night, ending the conference at 6 p.m. both days means that we have the opportunity to do something at least Saturday night when everyone's in town. But we don't want to make it a mandatory event. We are not going to be having our opening night party at Symphony Space like we did in 2019, mostly because Symphony Space is not opening their bar for events for COVID reasons. It's not open now. So that's not happening. But we would love to have some kind of really fun event on Saturday night that you can purchase in advance and attend with other people who are at the conference. We have some really fun ideas, and we actually might do a poll to see what people are most interested in, and then I will explore those options. But some of the ideas that are kind of on my radar, you can talk about it in the comments if any of these things jump out to you. We were thinking maybe we could all go see a Broadway show. So we would reserve a block of tickets, and if you want to go, you can purchase a ticket and we'll all be there at the same Broadway show. We could do something kind of interactive, like walk the High Line at night together, which is kind of fun. We're thinking that we might do a sunset boat cruise. Sunset around that time is like around 7:30. Our last session ends at 6, so we'd have to kind of hightail it down to the ports where the boats leave, but then we could have a fun boat cruise at sunset with some booze probably, and beautiful pictures of the Statue of Liberty and the Brooklyn Bridge and all that stuff. Or another thing that I was considering is I love swing dancing, and there is an amazing swing dancing club with a full big band called Swing 46, which is on 46th and 10th. I love Swing 46. I used to go there every single week when I lived in New York. Before I had kids, but it's super fun. And that's a potential thing that we could do as well. So we might vote on it and then decide as a group what we think would be the most fun. If anyone else has any ideas, you can
Someone
comment
suggested
about
karaoke.
It. Maybe we could karaoke. Although that could be a super spreader event. We don't know.
Yeah, just behind the mask.
Karaoke's
Yeah.
fun. Karaoke's super fun. So yes, maybe something like that. We'll vote and see what people want, and then we'll
Yeah.
set it up. And then after everyone buys their tickets, we will send an email out to everyone and say, this is the activity that we're doing. If you'd like to be a part of it, here's a link to buy tickets and join.
Yeah.
Optional,
Yeah.
not mandatory.
Yeah, exactly. And also you can use the group if you're in town early. If you want to use the Facebook group to go to dinner or go to lunch. So there's lots of kind of social activities outside of what we're putting on at Symphony Space. Okay, I think the final thing for us to do really is go through the schedule.
Yay!
Or schedule, should I say. Let's pull this up. Karen, did you want to
Yep, hold on. I didn't
take
pull
the
it up
lead on this?
either.
Should we just send you the link? You have it?
No. I have it. I just,
Okay.
for some reason, I can't see my docs. Come on, docs. And hold on 1 second. Gonna get it in 2 seconds. Technology. It's under form. Sheets. That's what it is.
This is a somewhat work in progress schedule. Things might change a little bit, but this is what we have so far. 2 months out.
Okay. 2 months out, this is what we have so far. At 10 a.m., people will arrive. At 10:30 a.m., we start. And Studio Bricks will be constructing a booth on the stage as we begin so that you can see it all. Jamie and I are going to be doing some welcome announcements. We might be doing some games with fun prizes for that first hour, and it's going to be super great. At 11:30 in the main room that day, Joey Shalio is going to be talking about personal finance for solopreneurs. Joey, as you know, has this spreadsheet that everyone has been using for a couple of years now, and everyone thinks that it's the greatest spreadsheet in the world, and it's mythic. Joey, I think, now has started a spreadsheet cult, perhaps. Maybe not. It's like room 5.
Yeah, she lives in room 5
she,
now. Yeah.
She lives in room 5 now. But Joey's amazing, and she's going to be great. Do you want to talk about what's happening in the small room at that same time?
Yeah, what is happening in that small room? Oh, yeah, Xavier Paul is joining us. And he's going to be talking about AI and TTS contracts. So we, over the years, have been talking about this. It's a big thing in our industry, of course. And if you are going to go down that route, you want to make sure you are protected for now and for the future. So figuring out what kind of contract you're going to need to agree to and what terms should be or shouldn't be included is going to be a very important thing. So he's going to be leading that class in the breakout room. So again, breakout rooms optional if that sounds like something you'd like to take part in. When we open up the breakout room applications, you'll go ahead and click on that one, say that's the one I want to do, and then one of the other ones, and then you'll be ready to go. So that's what's going on while Joey's happening.
Great. And then we head to lunch. And when we come back from lunch, JMC is going to be in the main room with his presentation, 6 Ways to Book VO Work, which I'm excited about because we all want to know more ways to book work, right?
Yeah, I'd like to know that. That question.
And JMC certainly knows how to book work.
Oh, yeah. If anyone does, JMC does.
It's true. He's a wealth of knowledge, and that's going to be great. So in the small room while JMC is speaking, and this is a workshop that you can sign up for the first time ever, I don't know why we haven't had him before because he's so wonderful, we have Paul Liberty. Yay! Paul Liberty is going to be in the small room, and his presentation is called Who, Not How, and the Home Studio Voice Actor. So all about voice acting from home and how COVID has changed the way we do business from home. And that's going to be fun.
And I think how to connect with other people and how they can move you forward in your career. I think there was elements of networking in there too.
Yes.
I was just reading his pitch just literally half an hour ago.
Love it. Right, at 3 p.m., we have our Working Pros panel. We've done the Working Pros panel every year. Super excited about it. This year we have Sam Glovin and Wolf Williams who will be on the panel, and another speaker who we haven't quite confirmed yet. And so, yeah, that's going to be great and fun. And while
That's
the
the classic
working
vocation panel.
classic vocation working pros panel, it's really like one of my favorite panels because I feel like we can all learn so much from each other and all of our stories and journeys and all that. So that's going to be fun. 3:00 in the main room. And in the small room, we have Dan Friedman, who is an amazing engineer, demo producer, like just awesome all around guy. And he's going to be talking about so you have your demo. What's next? Then we take a
I think
quick.
that's a valuable one, that one,
It
because
really is a
so
valuable
many
one.
people, when you get your new demo, you're like, okay, now what? What do I do with it? And that's really the crucial step. Making the demo is important and, a key to moving forward in your career. But if no one hears it and the right people don't hear it, it's just not doing anything for you. So those next steps are crucial to actually taking advantage of this spanking new demo that you have. Sorry, carry on, Karen. I just totally interrupted
No,
you.
it's great. I love it. Then at 4:00, we're going to take a coffee break so that we can stretch our legs after being in a few hours of sessions. And at 5:00 on Saturday in the big room, we have an audiobook panel happening. Johnny Heller is leading that up. He, of course, is like an amazing award-winning audiobook narrator, and he'll be talking with some of his colleagues about the business of audiobooks. At the same time, in the Saturday small room, we have Tim Friedlander. And Tim Tim knows about so many things that it's hard to like choose one topic. But one thing
Yeah.
I think that one thing I think that kind of ties Nava and converting work and all of this stuff together is using the free resources of the voiceover community to advance your career, or using resources in the voiceover community for your practical business. So that's what Tim's going to be talking about. Um, finding information on things and leaning on each other and using Nava as a resource and Soundbox and all of your friends in the VO community. So
Yeah, Tim
that'll
is
be
a
good.
great guy to get to know as well, not just because he's a super nice guy and he's super knowledgeable, but his company, Soundbox, have a whole host of resources for us as voice talent: conversion, bridging technologies, studio advice, classes, workshops. He's a super, super cool guy, and he's definitely a guy to connect with in New York when he's over, because he's not over that often. So, yeah, definitely connect with Tim.
Great. Love it. Yay, Tim.
All right, that's Saturday.
That's Saturday. And then we'll do some fun activity in the evening.
Yeah.
On Sunday morning, first up, we have the amazing VO strategist, Tom Deere, and his presentation is called The Practical Voice Actor.
Yeah.
Tom is awesome. Tom is the one who really like took my career from like, oh, I'm just online doing pay to plays and I don't know that anything else is out there, to like, you're a business, get it together and take the next step. This was like in 2015, I think. I took a
Yeah.
class with Tom and I was like, all right, gonna make
He's
it
the kick up
happen.
the arse we all need.
He is. He really is. He really is. And do you want to talk about what's happening in the small room that day?
Oh, yeah, that's very exciting. Nick Redmond and Leah Marx, are joining us from the UK. Now, you probably know Nick and Leah from their podcast, The VO Social. Nick is also, what's the technical name of what she does? Sort of vocal health and
Yeah,
all
vocal
that kind
health
of
and
stuff.
accent coaching as
Yeah,
well.
accent coaching. Yeah, so both of them. Leah's also a fantastic voice actor. Nick is a voice actor too. So they're bringing all of that with them, but they're going to be talking about planning and organizing your life as a voice actor, because they have this planner that they're bringing out shortly, which is specifically tailored to voice actors and how to optimize your day and utilize that. They will be joining us again later in the day, which Karen will talk about shortly. But yeah, super excited to finally hang out with Nick and Leah. They're super, super cool. If you don't know them, listen to their VO Social podcast, because amazing resource and also like fantastically entertaining as well. So they're super cool. And again, they're from the UK, so you don't get to see them very often if you're in this country. So very excited to have them join us.
Yay. Then we go to lunch. When we come back from lunch, we have a panel that I've wanted to do for like a few years, and I'm so excited that it's happening.
I think you skipped
And
you skipped a session.
did I?
Yeah,
Oh, I skipped a
11:30.
session. I skipped a session. Oh my
How dare
gosh.
you?
Sorry. I skipped a
Such
session.
an
At
important one as well.
11:30, it is a very important one. At 11:30 on Sunday, we have Evan Yeager coming from Veritone. I had my mind blown a couple weeks ago on a Zoom call with Evan on about Veritone and the kinds of AI and synthetic voices that they are creating. And he basically gave me a demo of what they do. Veritone also, I don't know if this is public knowledge yet. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but Veritone is going to be a big player in the synthetic voice and AI space. No, I think it is public because it's on their website. Veritone, it now owns Vocal ID, so they are together in a partnership now. So he basically gave me a demonstration of all of the different things that their synthetic voices can do and showed me a lot of samples of what their synthetic voices can do. And I knew that all of this stuff was possible, but I had never heard it in such a mind-blowing way. So I asked him if he would come and give a demonstration to all of you about just the technology of synthetic voices and what is actually out there right now and what is coming down the pipeline. I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, synthetic voices can't sound human, so we don't have to worry." You're gonna be very surprised and hopefully excited about all of the possibilities that are coming. But it's also just really important to know this stuff and to hear it in real life
Yeah,
or
it's not all doom and
synthetic life.
gloom.
It's not all doom and
Yeah,
gloom, definitely not.
yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing.
We
And
probably can't talk about what's happening in the small room
yeah,
on
we
that,
can't talk
so
about
we'll
what's
skip
happening in the
that.
small room, but it's going to be great.
Of course it is. It's the
It is. It's going
vocation.
to be
It's gonna
great.
be amazing.
Okay, then we go to lunch. And
Then we go to
then when
lunch.
we come back, we're doing a panel that I've been excited about for a long time. I've always wanted to do, and that is a panel with our producers of commercials. So we're getting people from big commercial agencies, big ad agencies who are coming, and they will talk to all of us about their process, how they select voice talent, what goes on in a commercial, why they choose certain people over others, the changing landscape, union versus non-union commercials. One of the companies that we are bringing someone in from, they were a very prominent signatory and now they are no longer, and so it's just an very interesting discussion. So that's going to be happening in the main room. And in the small room, if you are one of those people that's like, ooh, engineering, how do I record
Yeah.
myself? What is a limiter? What is EQ and noise gating? Should I add a noise gate, etc., etc.? We will be having a class with the amazing Amanda Rose Smith, 30 people in there, and she will be talking about all things voiceover recording, home studios, and engineering.
And if you
So
have, like, embarrassing questions, it's only, like, 29, 30 other people in the room, so, feel free to ask those for which way around do you hold the microphone? You shouldn't even hold the microphone, stuff like that.
Aaron, do you hold the microphone? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You want to talk about the next one, Jamie?
Yeah. So, international VO, we're gonna be talking about working abroad, whether you're based in the US and you're working in other countries, or what it's like to work as a voice talent in other countries. And as Nick and Leah are in the country, we're gonna bring them on stage. We're gonna be talking about that. And leading that class is Jim Kennelly from Lotus. We're also gonna be having,
Vivi
who else is
Kulig.
in that? Oh, yeah, Vivi Coolies. That's right. I
Vivi's
was
gonna be on
blanking on
stage with
Vivi's
us.
name,
If you
sorry.
guys don't know Vivi, she's like the most fun, wonderful person, and we're so great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So we've got sort of Latin America, South America, Europe, the US, and Jim deals with voice talent and production companies across the entire world. So we're going to be hearing about how it works, how the international transfer of money works, and how you can get work in other countries being based over here. I guess like scheduling and time stuff and all the stuff that, I mean, I do a fair amount of that myself for obvious reasons. So there's a lot there. So we're going to be having a real deep dive into international work. And what's interesting is if you are in a position over here where you're a small fish in a big pond, go to a small pond where you're a big fish and find work that way. So, you're not just restricted to work in the US. So that's going to be, I think, a pretty illuminating panel, that one. I'm excited for that one.
Definitely. And in the small room that day, our data and direct marketing guru, Tom Aglio, is going to be doing a small group session. Tom has presented at VOcation in the past and totally just floored everyone with all of his crazy, amazing ways to find email addresses and contact the right people in companies when you're direct marketing. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be great.
Yeah. We can't talk about
our final panel,
the big room. Yeah,
on Sunday, but
that's under wraps. Yeah,
it's under wraps. But
and
in the
finally,
small room happening at the same time is Debbie Irwin. And I love the title of her presentation. It's 50 Ways to Lose Your Lover / Client.
That doesn't mean your client has to be your lover. No, it's just a play on words. Yeah.
It's just a play on words. But Debbie is an absolute rock star in the world of voiceover. She's been, she's just amazing. We love her. If you know Debbie, you love her. And she is talking about all the things that you should not do. And then I guess things that you should do to keep your clients.
Yes.
As opposed to the things you shouldn't do to lose your clients. But I love it. And then that's it.
That's it. So
we go on to the rest of our lives.
Yeah. And like I say, we do have more to announce in the coming days, weeks, and month and 3 quarters. And you'll be the first to know. Keep an eye on the Facebook group, on the conference website, and social media accounts everywhere. Just to reiterate, it is September 10th and 11th at Symphony Space on the Upper West Side. Tickets are on sale this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. For the links, go to our website. That's scrolling along the bottom right now, VOcation Conference. Of course, we'll be posting about it on social media with links to the Eventbrite page as well. And try and get in that early bird special, the first 50 tickets if you can. And then if you can't get those, definitely try and get the remaining tickets.
Yeah, I think we're gonna sell out pretty quickly because it's not a ton of tickets, and we're limited on our ticket number. So it should be good. We also we're like 80% sure we're gonna have a hotel block at the Newton Hotel across the street from Symphony Space. If you are interested in getting a hotel, it's not quite set up yet, but we'll hopefully have that in place by Saturday, so that after you buy your ticket, you can book a hotel under our room block. But if not, just hold on and we'll get it, because staying in New York is expensive.
Yeah, and it's literally opposite the venue.
It's literally across the street,
right across the street. Yeah, it's super close. All right, I think that's everything. If anyone has any questions in the last couple of minutes, you can put it in the chat. But I think we pretty much covered most things. And we're just super excited and super thrilled to be back in person.
Seems
like I know. Seems like ages since. It seems like a whole lifetime ago since we were back at Symphony Space in 2019.
It's so true. Crazy times. Remember in 2019, Jamie, you were like, maybe we should have a no handshake policy, and all of us were like, Jamie, you're crazy. What are you thinking? And then now all of us are like, oh, Jamie, you are like a regular Nostradamus.
I think I'm going to insist on elbow touches rather than handshakes.
Yeah, for sure. Elbow touches.
Who really wants to handshake other people? I mean, it's not.
No, it's a practice that should be no longer a part of our culture, but that's okay. Even a hug is like more safe than a handshake.
Yeah, especially if you like scratch your face immediately after or something like that.
Right.
Anyway, or touch your eye. Yeah.
Touch your eye.
Yeah, we won't go down that rabbit hole.
No.
Okay, so on that disgusting bombshell, we will wrap up. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for being here if you're watching.
Yeah, thank you to our core team who are supporting us and watching everything.
Let me just say, Femi just wrote in the comments. She said if anyone needs help with sorting out travel, hit her up. Femi is a travel agent, and she can help you if you're coming in from out of town. Femi is also going to be our travel agent of choice when we start selling tickets for VOcation Cancun, which is coming up.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, in February 2023, we're going to be holding an in-person fantastic tropical event in Cancun, and 5-star hotel, the works, some amazing guests. We're not going to confuse things with the New York event, but yeah, there's some super exciting things happening there. Very different vibe from New York, so very different events, but we're focused on I can see comments, but I don't know who they're by.
Cancun, I'm there. Everyone's like, Cancun.
Yeah,
this is New York, guys.
Yeah, it isn't quite as tropical on the Upper West Side.
Maybe in the subway it can feel kind of tropical.
Yeah, that's true.
In the summertime.
Yeah, tropical is one way of putting it. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Well, if you have any questions, hit us up, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.